Brussels sprouts divide the nation. You either love them or hate them.
Yeah.
Eva loves them.
I do.
I hate them. But when you have a phobia of them, it takes them to a whole new level.
Yeah, today we're going to be meeting a lady for the very first time who is absolutely terrified and cannot cope with Brussels sprouts.
Kerstin, how long have you had this fear of Brussels sprouts?
I think it's probably been going on since I was maybe 6 or 7, something like that.
And do you know what started it off?
I can't actually define a particular moment. There isn't any one particular event. It's just something that's built up over a period in my young childhood that has just got worse and worse as the years have gone by.
It's a Brussels sprout.
Yep.
We would all say it's a humble Brussels sprout. People joke about them. There's jokes about what happens after you've eaten them. How bad, how severe is your phobia?
If there is a Brussels sprout on my plate, if somebody puts one on my plate, or there is one amongst my food, I can't eat anything on that plate.
Never!
No, I know. I have to have a clean plate. That has got to be scraped off. I cannot abide it. If that has been anywhere near any of my food, it renders everything else inedible.
One would have a tendency to giggle and go, oh, this is a Brussels sprout, ha ha.
Yep.
It's a real fear, it's a real phobia. What about your friends and family? Did they laugh at first, or...?
Yeah, mostly they just think it's a joke, because a lot of people just do not like sprouts.
I mean, I've never heard of a food phobia in my life. Are they quite common?
Yeah, cybophobia or food phobias is very common. And over the years, we've worked with so many individual things.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've worked with Brussels sprouts. But it's all the same, because when we code foods that we eat, the first experience tends to be the coding that stays with us for the rest of our life, which is why this has happened when you were younger.
And tells us, actually, that this started when you were very young. And then when you're faced with a Brussels sprout, you almost revert to that
right.
child and that first experience
That's
you had, which is what always happens.
So very quickly...
Yes.
Is this the same if someone's scared of spiders, the way you work with them because of their fear of a spider, is this the same work you'll be doing but with a Brussels sprout?
Yes.
OK, fine.
Yeah.
OK, let's over to you.
OK, so we'll just some tests, if that's OK. Tell me how you feel about this.
OK, is it cooked?
It's not.
It's not cooked, it's raw.
Can you give us a score out of 10, though, so we know where we're at?
10 being the worst.
OK, about 4, because it's over there and I'm not being expected to eat it.
OK, and what if it was cooked? Is that worse?
Yes, I think it is,
and
because somehow or other that's more in danger of me having to eat it.
OK.
And if I push it closer, does that make it?
No, that's OK. I could actually touch it.
Right, OK, so we've got another little... Ready for this one?
Oh. No.
You don't like that one?
No,
so give me a score on that one then, please, Kerstin.
8.
An 8? OK.
Yeah, it's too much.
Obviously, we're up in the ante here.
Yeah.
I've got something else for you.
Oh, brace yourself.
We almost don't want to do it.
I don't want...
I mean, how do you feel about that? There's a whole trolley there.
No, that's OK, because that's no worse than being in the supermarket and just seeing them.
Really?
You know, I'm not obliged to go near them, and they're in a packet, they're in plastic, I can't smell them.
That was going to be one of my questions. How do you get through a supermarket at this time of year? Because they're everywhere.
Sure, yeah, but nobody's trying to give them to me.
Right. So if I took one of those bags, could you handle the bag? Because it's in a bag.
I can handle the bag.
OK, but that's more scary. What's under cloche too?
Yes, yeah. That's just, yeah, I'm not impressed with that at all.
And how close could you get to it then, do you think?
I can.
OK.
Even I jumped
So
then.
you
Why
do
did
that?
I jump?
So let me ask you, I can see you're shaking.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, the chances of you eating one?
No. No, thank
No
you.
chance?
No, not
Let's
at the
see what
moment.
we can do then, hey, Kerstin.
Yes.
We'll do our very best for you.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
We
good
got
luck.
an hour,
Thank
just
you.
over an
You've
hour.
got just over... I really hope we can do this for you, because... I mean, you're not missing out much there. I love them, so I'm one of those people. I love them. So if you can love them too, I think they're delicious.
Can I ask, how would this change your life?
It would make things an awful lot easier, because I think one of the biggest problems with it is because I actually feel ridiculous, because people think it's ridiculous.
And do people tease you?
Yeah, they think it's ridiculous, or they think it's a joke. Send me pictures of sprouts and stuff like that because they think it's funny.
But we can see the fear there. I mean, I've never known anything like it, but I could feel the fear off you, and you were shaking at points, and you're still shaking now.
Yeah, and
Right.
You don't think it's going to happen? You don't think you'll be able to eat them?
not at the moment.
It's time for Kerstin to face her sprout fear. Have the Speakmans done it again? Well, Nik and Eva have been working with Kerstin for about an hour. Has an hour been enough? That is the question. We know how scared you were before, Kerstin. Nik and Eva, tell us, what have you been doing in the past hour?
Well, we've been chatting through where this might have started, understood a little bit more about how she perceived Brussels sprouts. And, yeah, I think we kind of did a bit of digging and...
Yeah, we actually found out that this comes down initially school dinners. Really? And being at a school where everyone in class had to finish the plate.
And it's that
so
pressure.
It was the pressure.
Yeah, and that pressure still exists because even now to this day you find people really pressure you, don't you? And so that actually was making it far worse.
Yeah.
Because she had, not only did she have the phobia of the Brussels sprout, but also that had been created because of being forced. But she was being forced again and feeling under pressure again.
Are you all right, Kerstin?
Yeah.
You feel good or?
I do. I feel okay. I feel
Okay,
good.
I mean, it's
feel
a
good.
lovely privilege to spend an hour with these guys.
Not how
you
I
have tried before to cure this phobia. Shall we see how far you've got? Earlier, if you weren't watching, we had one Brussels sprout that Kerstin was able to look at. We were able to push it closer to her. It culminated with, as you saw, that huge supermarket trolley full of Brussels sprouts, which some would say was slightly too much, but you know what? You coped with it, which was great because they were in their packets and no one was telling you to eat them.
That's
so
correct.
that, I gather, was OK for you. It's a huge trolley. Where are we up to now, then?
Well, I think we're ready for the getting closer, and I can see some there.
There's some here.
How do you feel about those now?
They're beautiful when they're in this form. Some people have never seen them like this.
No?
You know.
But are you feeling, have you noticed that
Yes, my palms are not sweating.
And you're not shaking like you did before?
No, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable.
That's
Okay.
good. That's good.
That's one stage. OK, next step. Phil has
Handful.
got there.
So
What have you got?
this is just boiled, simple boiled.
Okay.
And I have to say, I agree with you. When I was a child, I hated them as well because they're just boiled until there's stodge and you eat them. However, I've got 3 here, which we've done 3 slightly different ones, which I'm going to put in front of you. If it offends you, then I will take it away. Trust me. So here we have a boiled version with bacon and some parsley and bits and pieces. Here we've got one which we've braised with dates to make them sweeter, add different texture to them, bit of salt, pepper, a bit of herb. And here, this is a friend of mine in America. These are deep fried and they're sprinkled with celery salt and pepper. So they take away that almost acidity, the acridness of the taste of Brussels sprouts that it can be. My suggestion to you is, if you don't like these ones, is to try one of these ones here. These are deep fried.
I've never even heard of a deep fried.
It's up to you guys.
Are you up for giving it a go?
I'll give it a go. Yes.
Good.
OK.
Yeah.
Please,
okay.
grab your
So which
spot.
one do you feel comfortable with? Put it that way.
I'm probably more comfortable with those because.
Well, let's start
Well, you
there,
pick them
then.
up, honestly. We don't need a fork because they're deep fried. Just pick one up and have a little nibble, see what you think.
So you've never tried one?
I've never tried one like this.
But never tried one and enjoyed it?
No.
You're looking for the sore list.
That's not actually a spread. Is that actually a piece of
That's
bread?
a piece.
That's the leaf outside, yeah.
Go with that first.
with that.
Give it a go. Give it a go.
Interesting that this started with pressure, and look at this situation.
That's
Do you like the taste of it?
okay. Actually, that's very tasty. The salt's lovely. Good, isn't it?
Try a bit more.
Do you want to try any more? Why not?
Go for it.
You try-
Try the sweet one, because that's with dates in it. That might...
You get a little teeny piece from the side.
Today's the day.
There's a little bit there.
Go on.
You don't mind my fingers, do you?
I don't mind your fingers. I know that you've just
A
washed
little
them
taste of that. See what you think of that. Yeah.
There you go.
That's a leaf there.
off. Okay.
I feel like we're putting you on trial on I'm a Celebrity.
Gosh, that is really sweet. It's like a chutney.
Right.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that you're...
That's okay.
Yeah, well done, well done, well done.
Come stay
And
far.
to be absolutely clear, when you came to the studios this morning, you didn't have any clue you'd be able... You actually said you didn't think you'd be able to eat any.
No. I mean, I'm not sure I can actually grab that and just go like this.
No, fair enough.
But
Okay.
I've got a little bit of processing to do. But
Well, you've got to
done.
consider you've had this the bulk of your life.
Yes.
And your brain's in overload right now because you would never consider doing that before.
Basically, you've
But
had this for over 40 years, and you now actually stood in front of them. You've tried them, and I'm not seeing any anxiety. Would that be fair to say?
I think that's fair to say. I haven't got the... when you think you're going to be sick and it starts to run.
Yeah, yes.
That's not there.
Well, that's good because
and
Christmas
this-
is coming up.
This from my stomach is not there.
Well done.
Well done.
Well
We're really
done.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Well
really,
done.
really proud.
Well
Well
done.
done.
And well done to you guys. Speakmans as well. Well done.
There you go.